Nearly 30,000 missing cows makes the story that you're about to hear potentially one of the biggest fraud cases in the state. And it may all come down to one Corsica farmer. KELOLAND's Angela Kennecke was there as the case unfolded in civil court and tracks down the man who everyone wants answers from in tonight's KELOLAND News investigation.
The Douglas County Courthouse had to make special preparations for a civil case involving at least 53 people who say they're out millions of dollars in what's being called a cattle Ponzi scheme. There are some 30,000 phantom cattle involved, and the bank says it's owed more than $7 million. 35 lawyers filed in through these doors today. One by one, people who did business with Bob Blum filed into the courtroom. Most are claiming ownership of the same cows, all hoping to recover millions of dollars lost when the Corsica farmer bounced checks to First Dakota National Bank to the tune of $1 million and defaulted on a $7 million loan.
Cattle Ponzi scheme. Yeah.
I mean, that's what it looks like.
Brothers Kurt and Corey Plamp say they're out $1 million each.
So now everything that I've worked for in my life is down the tubes. I've worked tooth and nail to give to my kids like everybody else does. And now I got to tell my boys that there ain't going to be nothing left.
It's not only the loss of money that's devastated the Plamps, it's the broken trust.
But how can any one man have no conscience of what he's doing to family and friends? There's friends down there that have been Bob's friends all his life.
I thought the world of Bob. I did.
So did I.
A lot of people did. That's why I just cannot believe the man did this.
The court-appointed receiver investigating the case says here's how Blum's scheme worked. He would acquire a certain number of cattle, and then he would sell interest in that cattle to a buyer, and then another buyer, and another buyer, and another buyer, as many as 8 buyers for the same group of cattle. And none of them knew at all about it.
We're buying ghost cattle is what we're buying. And he's done it to us, and he's done it to everybody down there.
I'd just like to ask him why and what his motive was and why did he do this to so many people.
While Blum didn't show up for court to answer those questions, we were able to track him down at home. I'm Angela Kennecke from KELO TV. Can I ask you about what happened to the money? Your neighbors and your relatives say they're out millions of dollars. What happened to the money, Bob? Blum's son did tell the judge his father had recently been released from a facility in Canton. Blum was charged with drunk driving on February 5th after the civil case was filed. The Aurora County Sheriff was called to the scene of a crash involving a semi and a pickup on Highway 281 just south of I-90. A report says Blum was driving the pickup and his blood alcohol level was .09. A witness reported that he pulled right in front of the semi-truck. His family told the sheriff that Blum had told them they would be better off without him being around. His accusers say they want him around for answers. The investigator in the civil case testified that he was following the missing money and had a lead to where some of it may be in a secret bank account. With KELOLAND Investigates, I'm Angela Kennecke.
Blum is currently not facing any criminal charges in the cattle case. KELOLAND Investigates uncovered that Blum was indicted back in 1997 for making a false statement regarding cattle that he did not own, but said that he did to a bank. Federal court records show that he spent 1 day in jail and got 4 years probation. Judge Bruce Anderson ordered today that the remaining cattle in the lots be inventoried and said that people could enter a claim along with documentation. After 20 days, the cattle are to be sold. Now, on KELOLAND News at 6, we said that the defaulting of the troubled loan, quote, risked the stability of the bank, referring to the First Dakota National Bank. That is not accurate. First Dakota National Bank contacted KELOLAND News to say that the loan in question is a small loan in the scope of its total portfolio, and any loss from this note would not jeopardize the bank's stability. We apologize for the error.